And folks, when you see fire or an EMS or a cop coming, anything like that, especially in these conditions, don't just get over a little bit. Slow down too, because who knows where they need to go, what you guys need to do to get to wherever you need to be. So if you slow, because I see a lot of folks they'll see a car coming. If we're on 61, it's 2-lane. People they'll get in the right hand lane, let you go by. I slow down. I put myself in the shoulder because I just know that I don't know where they're going, where they're heading, what they're going to have to do, and especially coming up on an intersection or something like that. You just want to sit tight, wait, let them do their thing, and just stay out of the way.
Yeah,
right?
we always appreciate that, and of course we understand too. After a big snowfall, you may not be able to get onto the shoulder because sometimes pulling into that shoulder, if it's not well plowed or something like that, it might suck you in and cause another accident. We understand that. But, we can always tell the people that try to help us out, and especially when we're on scene working at those car accidents. There's a lot of flashing lights, and if there's a lot of blowing snow, it makes it really hard for drivers to see. And we try and park our trucks to protect us while we're on the scene, but we've seen it several times, not this year, where, people will be driving by and it'll cause another accident just as they're working. So be mindful and stay aware.
Yeah, and it's hard to I've been lucky. I've never seen one of those collisions where it's like just pile up of car after car because they can't see what's ahead of them and they're all just sliding. They're all sliding into each other. I can't imagine what that's like to go and work for fire and EMS because that would just be a nightmare, I'm sure, trying to deal. Have you guys ever had to deal with, you personally ever had to deal with a situation like that?
I have personally. I haven't here in Muscatine exactly a volunteer service I've worked for in the past. I have, but
yeah, and I can't imagine trying to help all those folks, get figured out because you watch sometimes those cars they'll just get packed in there so tight that I can't imagine people can't even get out of their car. So I'm sure that's a lot of work trying to get that righted.
It's a lot of work, but it's the best job in the world, and that's what we all say. So,
and we thank you for doing it because it is. Oh, you say it's the best job in the world. I'm sure it's one of the toughest jobs in the world too. So that's certainly no joke. So one thing, what do you think folks need to know? Be the most prepared for when they're out on the roads here this winter. What do folks need to be watching out for? What can they do to stay safer, even if it's just driving and not just dealing with fire and EMS coming their way.
The biggest thing is just slow down. Make sure you leave earlier than you normally would. If you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time, kind of thing. We like to see. Excuse me. We like to see. Anytime you're leaving your house in these cold weather conditions, dress in layers or have things in your car that you can put on if you were to get stranded or end up in a ditch, or even if you came across someone that needed some help, you could help them out also. Have an emergency kit in your vehicle is huge. Make sure you got your cell phone and a way to charge it. There's these little shovels that collapse down real small. You fit in your trunk real nice. Flashlights, water, blankets, salt and sand to give yourself more traction if it might help you get out. Booster cables, get a jump start, things like that. We like to see all that.
That's excellent. And oh gosh, I just had it in my head. Oh, so what would you say in your experience if someone were to come upon, like if they're just having to drive by and you see somebody down in the ditch and you're not sure how recent that was or if you can tell that they're still in there, what do you say people should do? Should they stop and see if they need help, or what causes less of a problem?
That's a really fluid situation. There's a hard answer on that. The police department and law enforcement, they do a great job of marking the vehicles after they respond to them, and we do the same thing too. But if you see, yellow or orange kind of plastic tape flying on the antenna or the door handle, that's a really good indicator that it's already been checked out and it's already been cleared.
Okay.
We always want people to call. If you're not sure, go ahead and call, and we'll get someone out there to check on it. Dispatch also has all those vehicles logged that have already been checked, so
Gotcha.
We usually know.
Gotcha. So if somebody called in and say, "Hey, there's a vehicle here," dispatch can probably tell you whether or not that's already been checked.
A lot of times they'll know ahead of time.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Now, what about if it's very clear that there is somebody right there, like their lights are still on, maybe the car's even still running, and they're sitting down there in the ditch? Should you stop?
If there's a safe place for you to stop and that you're not going to cause more of an accident or things like that, yeah, stop and check on your fellow humans.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to ask because you never know in those kind of situations whether it's the right thing to help, or if you're going to be a hindrance, if you're just going to be in the way. And of course, everybody, I'm sure, his natural instinct is to just stop and help, but of course you don't want to cause more trouble too, just doing that. So, all right, well, this has been great. It's been a lot of fun getting to talk to you, because this is a dangerous time of year when it comes to all the snow and ice, but it doesn't really have to be, especially if people, like you said, leave early, slow down. And I read something the other night, and I guess I'm probably guilty of it too with my four-wheel drive truck, is I think of it, I'm driving four-wheel drive on over some of this ice. I don't have to stop quite as early. No, you do.
Yep.
Because it's not four-wheel stop. It's just, the four-wheel, that's to help you get over it, not to help you slow down and stop. So you got to be careful and don't come speeding up on those, especially those intersections. You watch people come speeding up while the light turns yellow and they're
right through it.
Yeah, right through it. So be real careful with that too, because that's just a scary situation to be sliding through an intersection. I always try to come up on those real slow, because that just scares the heck out of me, the idea of sliding through one of those. But well, thank you guys for what you do, and thanks for stopping in this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Jordan.
Yeah, Bret Becker joining me here this morning from Fire and EMS here in Muscatine. They do a great job, and we really appreciate everything that they do. They're out there risking themselves to keep all of us safe too, especially in these cold weather times when we may be in a ditch, anything like that, or rolled a car after a collision, anything like that. They're out there to help us. So we appreciate them. Appreciate Bret for stopping in. This has been Moving Forward, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. MockLink is always Muscatine's fastest internet, and gigabit speed is coming. MockLink TV beats satellite and includes video and music streaming. New subscribers save big, even more when you bundle. Learn more at mpw.org. I'm Jordan Davis. This has been Moving Forward here on thevoiceofmuscatine.com.
We'd like to thank MPW Digital TV and MockLink Internet, the local providers, for sponsoring Moving